Hello, those of you who've just done a hike, this is going to be great because often we feel like if you've got achy hips, your calves are tight, your hamstrings, back to your legs, your bum, you just feel like you need to stretch out. This is going to be a good release for you. So yin style, do you like my truck there? It's mine, definitely. So yin style, lying on our backs. Now you can choose just to lie there, chest open, palms facing up to the ceiling, legs wherever you fancy lying them, or because we're targeting the hips particularly, you can choose butterfly. So the soles of your feet together, knees apart. If you find that they shake, to stay in that position, use cushions on the outside of your legs, and you can bring your feet further down in long butterfly, or feet really close towards you and then they fall apart, really targeting the hips. Whatever you wish to do. Closing down the eyes. And then just taking a deep breath in through your nose. Expanding your belly. Breathing out. Your belly falls. Breathe out through your nose or through your mouth. Breathing in through the nose. And breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Every time you breathe out, try and relax and soften a little more. Relaxing the shoulders more, relaxing the legs more. Just letting that discomfort rise. You want to feel that deep stretch in your hips when you're in butterfly pose. Just relax even more. Don't hold your breath. We always want to breathe in our pose. This gives you a chance to have some time to yourself. We're going to take 3 last breaths here. And bring your legs back to center, bending the knees. We're going to cross one leg onto the other and thread through. So you're going to hold the leg and you pull towards you. It's like a thread needle. Resting that leg here and pulling through. The more you relax this bent leg, the more you're going to feel it on your outer thigh and glute, and you also want to feel it in your hip. If you struggle to do this, you can put your feet up against the wall rather than having to hold your hands if you can't reach your leg. This might suit you better. As long as you're feeling it in your hip and your outer thigh and glute of that bent leg. Again, now we're just going to breathe again. And remember, this is your sequence. So if you feel like you need to hold this pose for longer, or if you need to come out of this pose sooner, you can do that. You can just pause the video and then start it again. But we're going to take 3 last breaths here. If you're new to yin, often holding the poses for shorter periods of time might suit you. If you've done yin for a long time, you know your body more, so you can hold poses for longer if that suits you. We're going to slowly come out of this pose and then bring that other leg now resting on the knee, and you can do up against the wall if you can't reach your leg, or you can lie down and pull through. We're not symmetrical, so this side may be different for you compared to the other, so it's just noticing how this side feels. Again, we want to feel it on our hip, on our inner thigh, and on our outer thigh and glute. So just adjusting until you start feeling that pull where you want to feel it. And focusing on your breath again. If you find your mind starts worrying with things you have to do today and things you haven't done, just bring it back to your breath again, or focus on where you're feeling the stretch. Again, if you need to stay longer in this pose, just pause the video and we can start again when you're ready. We're going to take 3 last breaths here. Deep inhales through the nose. And then when you're ready, you can unlock your leg. Do what you need to rebound from that pose. And we're going to come around onto our front. A deep hip stretch with this one. I'm going to go into frog pose. So you're going to come onto all fours. The wider your knees go, the more you're going to feel it on your inner thighs. Flex your toes out like a frog. It would be handy to have cushions, maybe if you have a bolster here as well, that would be perfect. And you can hold onto the cushions, the bolster and things, just so you can soften and relax into this pose. We don't ever want to tense our muscles when we're in a yin pose, because we want to target those deeper tissues. And when we tense our muscles, then we can't. So just find what works for you. As long as you're feeling a deep sensation on your inner thighs, then this pose is for you. We're just going to hang out here for a little bit and then focus on your breath once you feel that discomfort arrive on your inner thigh. If it's too much, bring your knees in a little closer. Remember, on every out breath, see if you can relax any more. Might be relaxing your shoulders, might be relaxing your forehead, might be Are we relaxing your thighs? Often we don't realise when we're tensing until we're told to relax a part of our body. Remember, you can come out of these poses sooner and you can stay in them longer. Just pause the video and then start again once you're ready. But for beginners, we're going to come out, so we're going to take 3 last breaths here. Slowly coming up. You want to choose the path of least resistance for you, so bringing in your knees close, nice and slow. Move into dangling pose. Now, for people who have high blood pressure or low blood pressure, you may not suit this because it's hanging upside down against a wall. So I'm going to give you a few options to do instead. If you do not want to do dangling pose here is leaning up against the wall, feet slightly away from the wall, bent. You're going to hang over with your bent legs and then straighten your legs into the wall. So using your leaning up against the wall as support, you want to straighten until you feel that pull on the back of your legs. You never want to go into it with straight legs. You want to ease in. So bend the legs and then straighten until you feel that pull on the backs of your legs. Now, those who aren't doing dangling, you can do caterpillar, so straight legs in front of you. You want to bend from your hips and you're going to lean forward, and we don't want to pull hard onto our toes. We just want to relax down to feel the pull on the backs of our legs. If you have tight calves, it might suit you to bring your toes towards you, so you can target the calves there, and then once you release them, you can target the hamstrings, the backs of the legs. Often these parts are the tight ones after we've done a hike. And then you just want to let gravity take you. Imagine that you're a ragdoll. Again, if this doesn't suit you, you can sit on a block to help elevate you to pivot more forward, because we all have different shaped hips. Or you may find it even better for those who have back problems to get your legs up against the wall. So your back is completely supported. Arms out to the side, and your legs are going to be pushing into the wall. Everyone's body is different, so just find the pose that suits you. Again, remember, you can stay in here longer. We're going to take 3 last breaths here. Slowly coming out of your pose, and then we're just going to choose to sit here for a little bit in Caesar pose. If you want to target your quads, you can just lean back, squeeze your bum. Some people find it good here, some people need to lean back even more. You want to feel a pull on the tops of your legs. The more you squeeze your bum and push your hips forward, the more you should feel that. Some people find that they need to lie all the way down into saddle pose. Whatever you can do or your body needs to do. And again, stay long in here if you need to, pausing the video. For beginners, just feel the pull. We want to do at least a minute to feel those quads stretching. Breathe. Deep breaths in through the nose and out. On these last 3 breaths, soften even more on your out breath. Slowly coming up. Just notice how you feel, how your body feels. That should have helped alleviate some aches and pains in the body. Again, do this again later, after you've had a hot shower maybe, get an Epsom salt bath, and you can do it again tomorrow. Enjoy.